Plymouth, southwesterly 4 or 5, increasing 6 to gale 7.
On Sunday, UFO kind of film, kind of cool special effects. This one kind of very kind of basic story of a man seeing a UFO, as we've seen, kind of beautiful cinematography, beautiful, and then seeing the actual UFO and seeing it blow up into space.
I thought it was really cool that it was like a really like light film. Like usually with UFOs, they kind of take like a harsher, like they do a lot of lights and a lot of like bright colors, and it's very like stark contrast between like the setting that it's in, like either space or Earth. But I felt like this, even with the UFO, like they did everything like the color palette that they chose was really consistent, and I thought that was like really interesting because it was like really beautiful. Like it was just pleasing to see. It was a very like light, like pastel-y almost palette that they used, and I thought that was a really interesting choice.
Yeah, this film, like when I first saw it, it was like, whoa, like this is, they've gone all the way here for the 7-minute film. I was very taken by the effects and the UFO and like kind of like how it was shaped.
My thought on this was that he was expecting to see something. He's come to the same place, the same time, for maybe several years, always expecting, but never actually materializing until just then. So I don't think it was really a surprise to him.
The dog basically, the dog just took off and he was okay with it. He just like, yeah, go ahead.
I was gonna say I really enjoyed the animals at the end, especially the cat is just purring and peaceful. It kind of brings it full circle and just like, life goes on as usual. I was like, did that just happen? So I thought that was a really nice like humanism or animalism, I guess, touch to it.
Yeah, and they get credits in the movie as well.
I just wanted to ask to actually add on to what he said about the film, where they have gone all out for like an 8-minute film, and it has some amazing effects and it looked amazing on screen. So are we like allowed to ask how much it costed to make the film, or are we allowed to ask? Because if we aren't, then it's okay.
No, I don't know the answer to that film. Usually people keep it a secret because I'm sure it's less than what you think it is.
Exactly.
Because
yeah.
they're very good at doing the effects. I think that's what his thing is. So it's like sometimes they go, oh, I can make this cool effect, so let's build a story around the cool effect that I can make, kind of a thing. Right. That's sometimes how these shorts get made.
The ordinariness of the scene, not the scene, but the gentleman in his old age was very comfortable in the ordinariness of life, going to smoke his pipe on this very barren but beautiful landscape, expecting nothing. He's just packing his pipe, and all of a sudden this spaceship appears. It's like, holy crap. He wasn't expecting that. He was just going to go smoke and look at the sunset. And then the spaceship came and it went, and he sat back in his chair like, that was cool.
Yeah, totally. From the ordinary to the extraordinary.
Because when the dog took off and he stood there standing, that bit of humor made me wonder which one was the smartest, the dog or him.
My first instinct was like, what a bad owner. He just let the dog run away.
I actually really agree with what you just said. I felt like there was a real innocence to this film that I appreciated, because usually, like with all the build-up and the storm, there's a lot of foreshadowing that maybe something bad was going to happen, maybe he was going to get abducted, maybe the dog was going to get abducted, because they like to pull stuff like that. But I felt just having like, this man takes his dog for a walk, sees a UFO, goes home, has tea, was like a really refreshing level of innocence. And also I just thought it was really cool that they had it as an underwater UFO, because you really don't see that a lot nowadays. Maybe they're like ocean aliens.
I just wanted about this movie. In the beginning, when they're telling his life story, that he's a Navy man, he's used to the ocean. That was his youth. So when the UFO finally surfaces, there's a boat on the right side of the 3 parts. So it's kind of like he is expecting, because that's why he smiles in the end. Like it's like confirmation of, I get to see you again, or one last time before you leave off. So at least that's the information that I got from it, that that's why it's on, then the movie's on Sunday. Like he kind of was expecting to see it eventually one day now until it happened until his old age.
I actually didn't get that interpretation. Of all the films that I saw here, this one, for me, seemed to be the best story, the most coherent, and probably the most social, not technological in terms of science fiction. And I kind of appreciated that way. What I saw was a man who had basically lived his life, ended up retired here with his wife, his dog, his cat. His daughters are gone, and what we have is a man who's basically winding down. He's in like the November of his life, and there's no surprises, and every day he's going out taking this walk. All of a sudden, he sees something impressive and magical and surprising. And at the end, with the smile, what I got was that it's like there's more to life than what there was before. I actually thought that there was a bit of a surprise because, you know, obviously him packing his pipe and dropping it, you know, was a little startled by that. But I think as a storyline goes, this one was probably the best of them all.